What's up, guys? Kevin over at LEGbrOs coming back at you again with a little bit of a different video today. I've actually bought this set twice now and have had issues with it. I don't know if you guys have run into the same thing. Go ahead and comment below if you have. This is the 75025 Jedi Defender class cruiser. So I bought this just recently. It was a good deal on it, so I actually purchased it. And then when I opened it up, as you can see, there's just a whole bunch of random, some opened, some not, bags of just like random city Legos and all sorts of crazy stuff like that. The instructions were intact. As you can see, there were some like just parts and pieces floating around in there, and a whole bunch of these just random bags, like little tiny bags. So I just wanted to make this video just to kind of warn you guys that this kind of stuff does exist. I know I've heard of it before, but it's actually affected me recently. In the recent past here, so it's definitely very frustrating. This one looked completely sealed. I just want to give you guys kind of a hint of what to look for. So I opened this side, and then when I actually investigated the box after finding out that this was the case here, I did see, I don't know if you guys can see, on this side of the seals, it's a little clearer on that side, you can see this little line, extra line right here. And what that is that actually is a little line of clear tape. And basically what happens is this person sealed over the tape, or over the seal, with a tiny, tiny, tiny little piece of tape you can barely recognize on there. But you can see the sharp edges if you look really carefully. And the sharp edges should not be there. As you can see on this side, let's see if I can get it in the light. Well, in any case, if you've kind of opened up a Lego set before, you should see little clear seal, or sorry, rounded seals. You can see it right there, kind of. So those are rounded seals. Those are the Lego seals. Those are the ones I did cut, which is why it looked like it was totally sealed to me. So I cut that open, only to find a whole bunch of just horrible disaster mess in there instead of the set that I was looking for. The minifigures on this set were extremely valuable, and that's why a lot of theft, I've heard, kind of goes on with this set itself. But just something very, very sad, but look out for it. If you guys get, receive a set specifically, take a look at that. I mean, obviously, you want to make sure that you're, receiving what you're getting. So if you bought something sealed, take a look at it, before before opening it even possibly, just to see if there's anything kind of fishy about it, because I'm sure that there's all sorts of ways that this kind of stuff happens. I've heard of people like heat sealing things after taking minifigure bags out, which is what happened with the last one that I got of this set, actually, is that the bags were still there from the set itself, but the actual bags were just missing all the figures. Even though they looked like they were sealed, it looks like somebody possibly like heat sealed the set back together, or the bags back together, so it was missing one bag, and it was missing all of the minifigures specifically from the set. So just something to look out for. This was very, very frustrating. I'm in the process of trying to return it now, but it also is a little bit messy in terms of that, because of the fact that, when you try to return something, people are obviously going to be like, well, I sold it to you sealed. So it's just one of those really tough situations. We'll see how it goes, how it works itself out. But it's just really unfortunate that people would do this kind of thing. It just aggravates me that people would do this to a child's toy. So, I mean, if you can imagine some kid finding this, on Christmas or something like that, something they've always wanted, and a kid opens it on Christmas only to find this stuff in there. I mean, it's just, I can't even imagine the person that would do something like that and have be able to live with themselves with a conscience about, just messing up a child's toy. Because, I mean, ultimately these are for children. So you can only imagine, how devastated that kid would be if they opened it up only to find the set that they really wanted was like this. So if you're out there and you're doing this, just stop it. It's just stupid. It's not worth a couple, even $100. It's not worth $100 to do something like this. So just go ahead and stop it if you are doing it. If you aren't doing it, but you are receiving sets, just check them over really thoroughly before you open them. It's something that I guess is just plaguing society. I heard on a video that Lego, with their newer boxes, actually have kind of an anti-theft system where you have to actually open up or break part of the box in order for the set to actually open. So it's not just necessarily just the little seals that you have to open. It's actually that plus, opening up a box so you can't really fake that. So hopefully that works out. I actually honestly can't believe that it's taken this long for something like that to occur, because I'm sure this has been going on for a long time. I've heard of other people getting affected by it. It just hadn't affected me at all, mostly because I was just doing minifigures, and you can kind of see, you know, what that minifigure is while you are, you know, opening it. So it's pretty obvious the minifigure's wrong. But the sets here, you know, sealed sets and stuff like that, I'm just hoping in the process of reselling stuff that I haven't done the same thing where I've just resold something that was, you know, sealed or I thought was sealed and is not. It's just very frustrating. I don't know what to say about the matter other than the fact that I wish these people, you know, nothing but the most unfortunate of events to occur to them, just because the fact that you can live with yourself knowing that you're messing with children's toys, it's just ridiculous. So I thought I'd make a video on that just so you kind of warn you guys. This is the first time I've seen it with just this little tape, so be on the lookout for that. Make sure that your sets aren't opened previously, and I'll catch you on the next one.